attitude like a young O'Shea with an AK.
Okay, don't you tell these motherfuckers that my name is O'Shea.
Finding ways to turn 1 to 10, 10 to 100. It wasn't about just being kosher with making a few dollars. We really wanted to make some real money in this game.
If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call
What up, everyone? It's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. The Hot Boys were one of the most influential hip-hop groups of all time. Lil Wayne, Juvenile, BG, and Turk, and also little-known BG Derek, a.k.a. Bulletproof. Growing up in the toughest neighborhoods in New Orleans, the 17th Ward, the 3rd Ward, the Magnolia Projects, the Melpomene Projects, and the Callio Projects, the Hot Boys took their name from the New Orleans legendary street crew, the Hot Boys, which also allegedly had ties to founding Cash Money Records, with one of the founding members, Terrence Gangsta Williams, being the half-brother of Cash Money co-founders Brian Birdman Williams and Ronald Slim Williams. Let's recap the Cash Money history up until the Hot Boys. Now, Kilo G was Cash Money's first artist, and the roster included New Orleans legends Pimp Daddy, Lil Slim, Miss T, Birdman was known as B32, a group called PMW, and a group that would help put Cash Money on the map, UNLV, consisting of Lil Ya, Tech 9, and the deceased Yellow Boy. There were also two kids known as Doogie and Shrimp Daddy, also known as the BGs or the Baby Gangsters, who signed in 1994 and dropped their first album, The BGs, in 1995. Doogie, also known as BG, had also made a name for himself regionally with the debut of his solo album, Chopper City, in 1996. Now, up until this point, no one had heard a teenager speaking about the street life the way BG was. Also around this time, Cash Money would sign popular bounce artist Juvenile. Now, all of these artists had local and regional success, and in 1996, right before Cash Money signed their $30 million national deal with Universal, Birdman and Slim decided to part ways with every Cash Money artist on the roster except for Doogie, Wayne, and Juvenile. Also along was another teenage rapper named Tab Virgil, who goes by the name of Turk, and Birdman and Slim's nephew Derek, and they put all these young guys together and were named the Hot Boys after the street crew that ran the New Orleans drug scene and was responsible for dozens of murders throughout the city, allegedly. After cleaning house, the remaining artists, along with in-house super producer in the making Manny Fresh, the group began to shape the sound that would take over New Orleans streets and the southern region of the states. With releases from BG, Chopper City and It's All On You Volume 1, and Juvenile's Cash Money Records debut Soldier Rags, the group first came together on Juvenile's debut on the song Spittin' Game, and then again on It's All On You Volume 1 with Ride Tonight, and giving Cash Money the momentum in time for the Hot Boys debut album, Get It How You Live. Get It How You Live was released October 28, 1997 with moderate success, selling 400,000 units with hits like We On Fire, Neighborhood Superstar, and Dirty World. Now, this album catapulted Cash Money into the mainstream and set up the success of future albums such as BG's It's All On You Volume 2 and Baby, aka Birdman and Manny Fresh's debut album. Now, around this time, the decision was made to remove BG Derek from the group, citing creative differences, and it was reported that he was hard to deal with and still heavy into the street life. The real success for Cash Money came in 1998 with the album that gave them global success, and to this day is one of the biggest, most popular songs ever. I'm talking Juvenile, 400 Degrees, and the success of Back That Ass Up.
Girl, you look good, want to back that thing up. You a big fine woman.
At this point, the album was a success, proving the Universal investment worthy, and sold 4 million copies. 400 Degrees is widely considered one of the greatest Southern albums in hip-hop history. With the success, the money was flowing at Cash Money Records with the Hot Boys at the center of attention. They were national stars at this point, and they followed that effort with BG's next album, Chopper City in the Ghetto, which spawned another one of Cash Money's biggest hits, Bling Bling.
Oh, bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling.
Bling Bling became so popular, it became a term in the Webster's Dictionary. Chopper City and the Ghetto solidified Cash Money as a powerhouse in hip-hop, selling 2 million records, which is double platinum status. This album featured several collaborations between the Hot Boys and set up their summertime album and the follow-up to the Hot Boys' debut album called Guerrilla Warfare.
Like a ball.
The hot boys, the hot boys.
I need a hot girl. What you want, boy? I want a hot girl.
The highly anticipated album gave us hits We On Fire and I Need a Hot Girl. Now, this album was the group's most successful release, going platinum. Now, the world was waiting on the debut of the youngest of the Hot Boys, Lil Wayne. Wayne had grabbed the hearts of the nation with his youthful energy and his high-pitched pre-puberty voice and his part on the end of the Back That Ass Up song that made the world want to hear more from Lil Wayne. With each album, you could see the growth in his rhyme and delivery, and at this point, no one had ever seen anything like Lil Wayne on a global level. Most teenagers that were rapping were 14 and 15 years old. They were rapping like Criss Cross or Lil Bow Wow on some kiddie preteen content, but not Wayne. Wayne was rapping like a kid who had seen the real streets, as did the rest of the young group. On November 2nd, 1999, Lil Wayne released his debut album, The Block Is Hot, with the lead single named after the album. Lil Wayne's debut album was another platinum effort from Cash Money Records. With things going great at Cash Money Records heading into the year 2000, and on December 14th, 1999, Juvenile released his follow-up to 400 Degrees called The G Code. While the G Code was also a double platinum effort and still considered a success, it did not reach the mainstream status as 400 Degrees.
No coward on the rilla. You understand? I'm a rapper, but I'm still a gorilla. You understand? I got that fire. I got that fire, girl. How that?
You Understand and I Got That Fire were the album's lead singles. When the year 2000 hit, the focus shifted from the Hot Boys to the Big Timers with their third studio album, I Got That Work. It was released May 16, 2000 and gave us the summertime smashes, Get Your Roll On, and #1 Stunner, which was also the lead single for the Kings of Comedy tour featuring Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and D.L. Hughley.
Everybody get your roll on. Everybody get your.
I'm the #1 stunner. What?
Also during this time was the only time that all the Cash Money millionaires were able to go on tour together. The Cash Money Rough Riders Tour of 2000 featured DMX, The Lox, which is Jadakiss, Chic, and Styles P, Drag On, Eve, along with the Hot Boys and the Big Timers, which grossed Cash Money another $20 million in profits. Here's where the rumors began of the in-house turmoil over money and payouts for albums and the money received for their part in the Cash Money Rough Riders tour. Also, a couple of the artists started getting into legal trouble and were battling addiction problems of their own. With the recent success of Cash Money, their next focus was filming their own movie. It would be loosely based on growing up in the Magnolia Projects, involving drugs, dealing with dirty cops, and enemies from their own neighborhood. Baller Blockin' was released December 4th, 2000, starring the entire Cash Money roster, and also had the Baller Blockin' soundtrack, which was led by the same title single, Baller Blockin', featuring E40. The movie was an underground success and is still sold on major streaming platforms. But still releasing quality music, BG released his 5th album, Checkmate, and Lil Wayne released his sophomore album, Lights Out, in November and December of the year 2000, respectively. Both albums failed to live up to their previous solo efforts, with both albums going gold.
Full of that Chris, I'm done. Just
Change. You could catch me in the aqua range and I'm squatting things.
Now, by 2001, it seemed the Hot Boys had lost a lot of their momentum, and the only Hot Boy who hadn't dropped a solo album was Turk. Now, Turk was struggling to get that same effort, that same energy from his fellow Hot Boys and the Cash Money millionaires as he was putting in when they were making their albums. Juvenile was on his way out the door due to the financial issues with Birdman. BG was having his own financial issues with Birdman and also dealing with overcoming a heroin addiction. And even with all the drama that's going on around Cash Money at this time, Turk delivered his solo album, Young and Thuggin', which had the hit single, It's In Me.
It's in me, my nigga, to be the thug that I
Now, Turk's debut album was a solid effort and produced another gold plaque for Cash Money. Juvenile also released his follow-up to the G Code, which was called Project English. Now, while this album spawned a hit record off the UNLV sample Drag 'Em From the River called Set It Off, Project English also didn't live up to Juvie's previous efforts, but still was another gold effort for Cash Money Records. Juvenile and BG left Cash Money citing financial differences and began to make their grievances public.
Just take care of this Birdman shit, you know what I mean?
Hey, what's going on? Hold on, whoa. Talking about the bus. What's going on? The job hour. What's going on, Juvie? What's going on?
Homie false claiming my hood, you know what I'm saying? It's like first of all, you try to play me with the money. Okay, that was good. I took you to court. I played it your way. I beat you in court. I got my own deal now. Now all of a sudden you want to diminish my character and then false claim my hood and disrespect my hood. You know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, dog, we ain't even gotta shoot out. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta pull the guns out or nothing. But you know I'ma see you, so you might as well stop ducking me and just come on from under the rock and fight me. Tell them big old 6'9" security guards. You don't see me. You didn't see me a few inches. You don't catch me with no security guards, homie. I'm thugging. I'm up top, up bottom, west coast. I'm everywhere. I know everybody on every terrain, homie. That's the reason why you don't come out. But you already know I'ma see you, so you might as well just come from under that rock and take these 5 with me, because I'm gonna do it to you. You already know it. You know him like that. Wayne, I look at him like a little boy. Because look at, what kind of cat gonna go on national TV and kiss a cat that ain't his daddy and call him his daddy? You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Radio. This is officially Real Talk Radio. Drama Hour. Ain't the picture wrong. And for you cats out there that think we be kissing, that's how we get along.
No, how they gonna
we don't rock like that. I don't know what kind of pictures they was trying to paint. This ain't no mafia.
Right, that was cool.
Cash Money wasn't no mafia, you know what I mean? And you definitely wasn't a mob boss or nothing like that. So I don't understand where the whole kissing situation came in at. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just here to entertain the foolishness. I'm gonna get rich off punishing Cash Money. That's my game plan. I'm gonna put y'all under, so y'all better quit now. I mean, put your guards down. See, we put out, man. Oh, we stopped them from kissing. Y'all ain't noticed they just stopped kissing all of a sudden?
Yeah, they stopped.
Me and Skip put a song out called A Hoe, man.
Yo, hoe, you kissing a nigga.
What kind of nigga kissing another man? A hoe.
Like that, homie.
Hey, boy, y'all got people thinking we kiss down here. Hell no, nigga. We don't rock like that, man. Nigga, they did it on 106. I sat there and watched it like, oh, they verified it. We gotta drop the mix CD now.
I done been to the pen. I done been to the pen.
Yeah, drop it
no
now.
fucking man.
Blaming my drug addiction on, you know what I'm saying, talking about it was me. You know what I'm saying? Baby, I feel like everybody jealous of him. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's just, man, bro, that's some whole shit. But I ain't gonna lie, I gotta clear this up. It ain't his brother Slim. It's old bitch ass nigga, baby, he's a dog.
Oh, bitch ass nigga, baby, he's a dog.
Yeah, every dog had his dick, you know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around, you know what I'm saying? Nigga selfish, nigga all for self. He could have paid a nigga and played a nigga. I found out when we was on our Cash Money Rough Riders tour. You know what I'm saying? We was gone like 60 days. And nigga, you know what I'm saying? He was collecting like 165 G's a night cash. You know what I'm saying? And we was selling out every venue, 10,000, 15,000 people. You know what I'm saying? We was gone for 12 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I come back. You know what I'm saying? I buy me a brand new Benz cash. You know what I'm saying? He give me a check for 300 G's. But I read in the paper, the fucking tour done crossed 14 million. Ain't know nothing about the business. I ain't know nothing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I depended on Baby to make all my decisions. You know, Baby knew how dedicated I was and how loyal I was. Because, you know what I'm saying, when my daddy got killed, he stepped in my life like a father figure. You know what I'm saying? And I looked up to him. I respected him. You know what I'm saying? It was like, whatever. I put my whole life in his hands. You know what I'm saying? I trusted him on whatever judgments he made. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It just was there.
So I can see if he'd have said, well, you know, fuck Juvie, I don't fuck with Juvie because of this, or Fresh left, I don't fuck with Fresh because of this, or, you know, PG, however, whatever. Nigga said, fuck everybody who left, I don't respect none of them, man. So if you say fuck me, I ain't got no choice but to say fuck you back, yeah?
Turk's only solo album on Cash Money, as financial differences also caused him to leave.
Juvenile had left. So you notice Juvenile not on Young and Thuggin', if you notice, you know what I'm saying? So it was like in the midst of things falling apart, I started working on Young and Thuggin'. Every album that we did had all us on there, so I was kind of mad that Juvie wasn't on the
Cash
album.
Money. Now, this is where the initial split with the Hot Boys and the issues began. Lil Wayne chose to stay with Cash Money, Birdman and Slim, and the other three members, Turk, Juvenile, and BG, left Cash Money. This is where the diss song started, with Juvenile firing shots at Cash Money Records on songs and interviews. BG dissed Cash Money a few times in interviews and songs, and even recruited former Cash Money artist UNLV to diss Cash Money and Birdman. Now, Lil Wayne was left to defend the company that gave him his start, and he took to firing shots at the other.
Finding ways to turn 1 to 10, 10 to 100. It wasn't about just being kosher with making a few dollars. We really wanted to make some real money in this game.
If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that?